Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Sarah. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, and best-selling Amazon author. I work one-on-one with people to help them process grief and different emotions through art and art classes. Today, we're going to talk about body image. It's a hot topic. There's a lot you can say from one extreme to the next. I get tired of turning on the TV or looking at the news and seeing women half naked and just flaunting their bodies. And it's like, why are you doing that? Why is this the norm? And I just want to challenge women to take your dignity back. You don't need to be like that. You don't need to parade yourself around and be like the movie stars to be a dignified woman, and just show respect. Let's teach our fellow women and children dignity and how to get attention in a healthy way, and not just by displaying yourself. And again, I understand there's lots of extremes out there. I am not against women being their healthiest by any means at all, or living their best life by any means at all. But I'm here to question the motive. Like, why is it that you have to have the attention of every man in the room by dressing a certain way? And you know who you are if you're a woman like that. You know that, you dress a certain way just to get all the attention. It's like, why do you have to draw the attention of married men or men who are with other women away from their partner? And it's like, how was that woman gonna feel? How was that partner who is dressing dignified supposed to feel about her husband oohing and awing over another person? And again, just let's look out for each other, and let's teach our children. I get tired of, we go to football games and basketball games, and there's the cheerleaders there who are wearing less and less clothing, and the women in the sporting events who are wearing less and less clothing. Why can't they wear clothing that's going to cover their legs, that can prevent them from being bruised or scraped? Well, again, we're being more and more sexualized by everyone around us, and they're pushing the envelope, and they're saying sex sells, and like, why? Think of our young children and the example to them and how they are being treated. And I heard a terrible statistic that after 2020, child pornography has gone up a horrible amount. Before 2020, there were about 1 million, and forgive me because this is just a rough estimate based on the statistics that I last heard, but there were around 1 million complaints per year of child pornography. That went up to 1 million per week on child pornography. Why? Let's stop that. How can we stop that? How can we stop the sex trafficking? How can we stop the exploitation of women? It starts by being dignified, and it starts by how we dress. Because what happens when we dress a certain way and invite men to look and act a certain way towards how we're dressing, it normalizes it. And I just want to challenge you to let's get some decency back there out in the world. And I know I'm probably not making some friends, I'm making some enemies. But if you hear my message, and if you are tired of looking everywhere and just having that feeling of not being good enough for your partner, or not feeling good enough for the women around you, or just the community around you, and it just gets into your subconscious. It grains inside of you, and the men who struggle with the addictions and people who become unfaithful because of the stumbling blocks. And I am all for being healthy. I am all for being your best self, but I'm not talking to the people who don't care. I'm talking to the people who do. I'm talking to the people who, if you're tired of it, then let's make a conscious effort to teach our children to be a better example, to speak up, to just dress respectfully ourselves. It's just interesting. I've got a couple perspectives from this. I grew up, my mother, she was very modest. I never even saw her wear shorts. Yeah, I probably saw her in a swimming suit just a couple times. And I'm really grateful for that. But in my same home, my dad had pornography. And you can imagine as a young girl what that did to me, especially seeing my mom act the way she did and the different things that she did in the community. And she went to church every weekend. And then the way my dad treated her. And, it just gave me this conflicting view when I was growing up on women. And then the different sporting events and the different dances you go to. And it's all focused on how to exploit the woman and the woman's body. And it's like, let's have some dignity again. I just challenge you. And I'm not trying to do this in a negative way, because I'm passionate about it. And it's from deep in my heart, and I don't talk about this very often. But if you're like me and you get tired, then take this challenge and speak up. And speak up to dignify yourself and to stand with other women and protect them from their marriages, where it's like, don't be a stumbling block. Why do you have to have the attention of all the people around you? Learn to love yourself enough that you don't need that extra attention. And again, if you're dressed in that way because you want to be sexy and confident, by all means do so. But I'm asking the question, what is your motive? And to the men out there, protect your children, protect your little girls. It starts with the home. It starts with us. We need to take our dignity back. We need to take that self-respect back. It's up to us. If you're like me, you get anxious. I get anxious in the summer, and I don't like being in public sometimes because of it, or I might get jealous, or there might be these feelings of just comparing myself to another person. And that's because of some of the relationships that I was in, because the men didn't treat me right. And also because of a very strict religion that I was in, who was very condemning, critical, and very, very strict and judgmental. And so I just have all of these conflicting beliefs in my mind that I'm really trying to work through. And I'm really trying to find, okay, what is my conviction? What do I believe about modesty? Based on my belief system, based on what's right for other people, my brothers and sisters in the community, my life. And to me, it boils down to respect. Respect yourself and respect your brothers and sisters. I hope this encourages you. It's been on my heart this week, and I'm not trying to make enemies out there, but I just feel like we need the message of self-respect heard more today, and a little bit less of keeping up with the Kardashians.